Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be talking about the HP gaming keyboard K500F. Now I've used this keyboard for about 3 months and now I'm ready to give you a review. Today I'm going to be talking about the advantages, disadvantages and every small detail about this keyboard and give you a proper review of the entire keyboard. Now I bought this keyboard for about 1,500 shillings. I'll be linking down the link to buy this keyboard. It's very cheap and therefore I decided to make a review on this. So further ado, let's begin with this review. Okay, so when it comes to the performance, let's start from there. Now, what I liked about it before I even bought it was you can click 26 keys at a time and it will display all of them. So I found that really cool because nowadays not all of them have that feature, I believe. Some modern computers do have that, but not all keyboards have that. So basically what that means that if I click 5 keys at a time, they all will display. Or when you're gaming, for example, you press W and A together, that would mean that it'll go forward and then left to right depending on what you've clicked on. So that can save a lot of time and it's much faster and accurate. Now that was a really cool thing, a really cool feature that I found with this keyboard. The next thing was that it lights up. So this keyboard is RGB and most gaming keyboards are RGB. So if you're looking for a gaming keyboard, most likely you should get an RGB keyboard because it looks much better. And I believe that HP do not make that many gaming keyboards, so this one was one of the few that I got, and I really trust HP. HP is one of the best brands. Now this keyboard does not work with Mac, while most HP products don't work with any. It only works with Windows, not Mac. So if you're planning to buy this for your MacBook Pro or something like that, any laptop that's for Apple or maybe another one, it will not work. It will only work if its operating system is Windows. Now this supports also all the Windows software. Even though this was built recently and is a new product, it actually also supports Windows 7, Windows 8 and Windows 10. So it supports all of them. So with that I never had a problem with setting up. It is wide, which is a disadvantage. It's about 1.6 meters, which is a small disadvantage, but then again, your keyboard is usually on the table. I don't move it anywhere else. Even if you're gaming, for example, it's usually on the keyboard. It's not like you're playing with it on your hands, so it doesn't really matter if it's wired or not, according to me. But if you're really looking and considering that maybe you want a keyboard that is not wired, then I don't think you should go for this keyboard, because this keyboard has a long length. It's long and also it's wide, so I don't think you should look for this one. Next up is performance when we are playing the game example. So right now I'm just telling you if you're not gaming. So when you're not gaming, I told you you can click on many alphabets at the same time, which increases speed in typing and also looks good with the RGB. But when you're gaming, because the main purpose of this keyboard is for gaming, so with gaming, I'm not that good in gaming with a keyboard again, but I believe it can be a bit uncomfortable because of the thickness this keyboard has. It can be a bit uncomfortable, but I think if you get used to it, at first, the first week, it was a bit uncomfortable because I was used to a membrane keyboard. Now this is a membrane keyboard, but it feels like a mechanical keyboard. So I think that's the difference. So this feels like a mechanical keyboard. It's not a mechanical keyboard, but feels like one. So if you've played in a mechanical keyboard, that's how it's gonna feel. And if you have always been playing membrane since childhood, gaming for example, if you've been using a membrane keyboard, which membrane keyboards are usually found in laptops, those are the ones that are not that thin, they don't make noise, and they're usually for office. But for gaming nowadays, we use the mechanical keyboard. So this is kind of it's membrane and mechanical. The texture or the feeling is mechanical, but the sound is membrane. So it can be a bit uncomfortable, but then I had no issue with that. Once, after a month, it became okay and it was quite comfortable. Okay, so that was gaming and also the day-to-day uses. Day-to-day uses, it's quite good, but the only problem is during daytime, sometimes the keys are so light, they're so faded, you must switch on the light. Now, you have ability to switch off the lights in this by simply clicking function and page up to increase brightness and page down to decrease brightness. But let's say you don't want to use the lights. Now the daytime, because you can already see right here, it's so faded that without the lights you wouldn't be able to spot the keys properly. Now usually I don't look at the keyboard, I have done touch typing, so that's a good advantage for me. But then if you haven't, then looking for finding the keys would be a bit time consuming. But again, that's just a minor issue. Usually people prefer to keep their keyboard on, like the RGB on. Now another bad thing about this keyboard is that you cannot change the color. So at first I thought you could change the color, because I thought most RGB keyboards has the ability to change the color, but this does not. Now again, it's a budget keyboard, therefore I don't think it actually could have, but I don't know, I had high expectations that it would, but it didn't. So it only has one color. It does have the breathing mode. If you click function in one, it'll go breathing mode, and then function in one again, it'll start flickering. So those are just some small details with the light, and that's all you can do with the lights. Then with the grip, it was actually really good. It has two rubbers at the back, and then has the stand. Well, those are just optional, but it was a good grip. Some keyboards that I got, like the old HP keyboards, the ones that are not gaming, those ones move a lot, so when you're typing it doesn't feel like premium. And also this keyboard is aluminium. It's made out of aluminium, not plastic. Now most of the keyboards that are made these days are out of plastic, because of course production is cheaper, and it just doesn't feel premium. It doesn't feel like quality, or it's not a quality product if it's plastic. So this one never had a problem like that. So this one was made out of aluminium, and it always felt premium. Also the color in the front, like it's much better, and I really like the color of that. Now also this HP logo lights up, which is cool. And pretty much that's it with the keyboard. It's quite comfortable, and it's a good rating. I'll give it about 8 out of 10. Again, I wouldn't give it 10 out of 10 because of the few things that I just mentioned, like, you know, the thickness, which makes it a bit uncomfortable. It is mechanical / membrane, so it can be about hard to get used to. And when we're talking about the weight, it's not bad. It's about 600 grams, I believe. Another disadvantage is, again, the wire. For some people, but not to me. But some people really like wireless stuff. Now this thing, I don't like wireless that much, because number one, you don't have to charge it, and for a keyboard you just keep it on your desk and plug it onto your computer, so I don't think there's any use of getting it wireless, but that's according to me. And then of course the fading keys. So those are just the disadvantages. There are many advantages. It's fast, it's comfortable. Once when you're used to this, it'll be perfect, and it's really good. So accuracy, proper, doesn't make so much noise. If you're looking into that, it's like a good noise. It's a soothing sound. And pretty much that's it. So this was the review of the HP gaming keyboard K500F. So if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.